Have you ever laid in bed at night, feeling that uncomfortable heaviness in your stomach, tossing and turning because your body simply refuses to let go, wishing that somehow things could just move naturally without the pain, the bloating, or the endless cycle of laxatives that seem to work one day and then leave you worse the next? If you know that feeling, if you've experienced the frustration of constipation that doesn't seem to go away, no matter how much water you drink, no matter how many fibers you try to add, then you are not alone. Millions of people go through this silent struggle every single night, quietly searching for something gentle and effective, something that actually works with the body instead of fighting against it. And tonight, I want to open a door for you, a door that many people never even knew existed, because sometimes the solution isn't about taking harsher pills or stronger laxatives. Sometimes the solution is as simple as giving your body the exact vitamins it has been begging for all along. Now, before we go deeper, let's pause and imagine how different life could be if your nights were finally peaceful. Think about waking up in the morning feeling lighter, feeling like your body has already taken care of what it needed to overnight, with no rushing to the bathroom in the morning, no discomfort, no unpredictable pain, just calm, natural relief, the way your body was designed to work. That's what we are going to talk about today. 2 vitamins that, when taken at night, can help you experience that natural release that feels almost magical. Because instead of forcing your intestines like a laxative does, these vitamins nourish your gut, support your nervous system, and trigger the gentle waves that help your bowels move the way they're supposed to. The first vitamin I want to share with you is magnesium, and if you've been struggling with constipation, this one might just be the missing piece of the puzzle for you. Magnesium is not just another supplement on the shelf. It's a mineral that your body depends on for more than 300 different processes, from calming your muscles to balancing your nerves, from supporting your heart rhythm to helping your body sleep more deeply at night. But when it comes to constipation, magnesium plays a particularly powerful role because it relaxes the muscles of your intestines, allowing them to expand and contract the way they need to in order to move stool along smoothly. Without enough magnesium, those muscles can become tense, sluggish, and uncoordinated, leading to that backed up feeling that can be so painful and frustrating. Now, you might be wondering why so many people are low in magnesium without even realizing. The truth is that modern diets, filled with processed foods, stripped grains, and very little in the way of leafy greens or nuts and seeds, have left huge gaps in magnesium intake. On top of that, stress, medications like proton pump inhibitors, and even common habits like drinking too much coffee or alcohol can drain magnesium from your body faster than you can replace it. And when magnesium is missing, constipation is often one of the first signs that the body sends as a warning. The good news is that when you restore magnesium at the right time, especially at night, something almost magical happens. Not only does your digestive system start to loosen up and prepare for a smoother morning, but your entire body also relaxes into a deeper sleep, which gives your gut the time and the calm it needs to process and release. Imagine yourself taking a gentle magnesium supplement before bed. Nothing harsh, nothing that forces your body into a sudden urgency, but instead something that works slowly through the night, pulling water into the intestines to soften stool and helping the muscles of your colon coordinate their natural wave. By the time morning comes, you wake up with that incredible sense of lightness, and that is the gift of magnesium. And for many people who have struggled with constipation for years, it feels like a miracle, even though it is simply restoring what the body should have had all along. But magnesium is only half of the story, because when you combine it with the second vitamin, the results can be even more powerful. And this second vitamin is vitamin B12. Now, most people don't automatically connect B12 with constipation. They might think of it as an energy vitamin, something that helps with fatigue or brain fog. And while that's true, B12 has a much deeper role in how your body moves stool. You see, vitamin B12 is essential for the proper function of your nervous system. Without it, the communication between your brain and your gut becomes weak, almost like a phone line with static. Your intestines are lined with nerves that tell the muscles when to squeeze, when to relax, when to push things forward. If those nerves are not getting the right signals because your body is lacking B12, then constipation becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Think about that for a moment. If your brain is saying move, but your gut isn't hearing the message clearly, how can you expect things to work? That's where B12 comes in. By restoring B12 levels, you're restoring the clarity of that conversation between your nervous system and your digestive tract. Suddenly, the muscles of your intestines know exactly what they're supposed to do, and the whole process of digestion and elimination becomes smoother, more natural, and more reliable. And there's another reason why B12 is so important at night. While you sleep, your body is repairing itself, rebuilding tissues, and regenerating cells. B12 is critical for that process, and when taken at night, it supports not only your nerves, but also the production of healthy red blood cells, which carry oxygen to your intestines. That oxygen is what fuels the energy your gut muscles need to work properly through the night. Without it, everything slows down and constipation follows. With it, your bowels have the fuel and the signals they need to keep things moving until morning. Now, I want you to imagine what happens when you combine these two vitamins at night, magnesium and B12, working together like partners in a dance. Magnesium relaxes your intestines and softens stool, while B12 strengthens the nerve signals that tell those intestines to move. One is calming the body, the other is sharpening communication, and together they create the perfect environment for your body to release naturally, without force, without strain, and without the rollercoaster side effects that come with laxatives. But the story goes even deeper, because when you support your body with these two nutrients, you're not just solving constipation for one night, you're retraining your body to work the way it was designed to. Over time, your gut begins to regain its rhythm, your nerves rebuild their strength, and your intestines learn how to move more easily without you even having to think about it. This is why people who discover this simple nightly combination often say it feels like they've been given their life back. Instead of fearing the discomfort, instead of feeling bloated and stuck, they feel light, confident, and in control. And if you're sitting there right now thinking that maybe this is too simple to be true, that just 2 vitamins at night could never really make that much of a difference, I want you to remember that sometimes the most powerful solutions are the ones that bring us back to what our bodies have always needed. We've spent so long chasing stronger pills, harsher chemicals, and quick fixes that we forget our bodies are designed to heal when they have the right tool. Magnesium and B12 are not foreign substances. They are not forcing your body into something unnatural. They are simply filling the gaps, restoring balance, and letting your body do what it has been trying to do all along. And that is why so many people are now saying goodbye to the cycle of laxatives, with all their side effects, their unpredictability, and their risk. Instead, they're turning to this gentle nightly ritual and finally experiencing what it feels like to wake up with a body that works, with a gut that releases naturally, and with a sense of freedom that they thought they had lost. So tonight, when you're getting ready for bed, I want you to picture this. Instead of worrying about what the morning will bring, instead of dreading the discomfort that might come, you give your body exactly what it has been asking for. You take your magnesium, you take your B12, and you let your body rest. As you drift into sleep, your muscles soften, your nerves awaken, and the gentle rhythm of your bowels begins to return. By the time the sun rises, you are ready to let go, ready to feel free, and ready to face the day with energy and comfort. That is the power of these 2 vitamins. Not a gimmick, not a trick, but a simple act of giving your body back the balance it was missing. And in the next part of this journey, I want to take you even deeper into how this works, how you can start tonight, and how this can change not just your digestion, but your entire quality of life. Now that you already understand how powerful these 2 vitamins can be when taken at night, I want to guide you a little deeper, because this is not just about popping a pill and hoping for the best. This is about creating a nightly ritual that gives your body what it needs to heal, to repair, and to finally find relief from the burden of constipation. For many people, constipation becomes more than just a physical problem. It starts to affect your mood, your confidence, your energy, and even the way you feel about yourself. You might wake up bloated, heavy, and frustrated, and that frustration follows you through the entire day, making it hard to focus, hard to enjoy your meals, and hard to even feel like yourself. And that is why this nightly approach is so important, because when you go to bed with the right nutrient, you wake up with hope. Instead of starting the day weighed down, you begin the day feeling lighter and freer, and that simple change can transform the way you live every single day. Let's go back to magnesium for a moment, because it's worth really understanding how this mineral works inside your body. When you take magnesium at night, it doesn't just stay in your stomach. It travels through your bloodstream, reaching every muscle, every nerve, every organ, helping them to calm down and function smoothly. This is why people often notice that they sleep better after taking magnesium. Their muscles let go of tension, their mind quiets down, and their nervous system finally finds peace. And here is the beautiful part. While magnesium is helping your whole body relax, it is also doing something incredible for your digestion. It is attracting water into your intestines, making the stool soft and easier to pass. And at the same time, it is relaxing the smooth muscles of your colon so they can contract gently and rhythmically through the night. This means that by the time you wake up, everything is prepared, everything is ready to move, and you don't have to strain or force anything. It feels natural, it feels effortless, and it feels like your body is finally working with you instead of against you. But magnesium alone is not enough if the nerves that control your intestines are weak or sluggish. And that is where vitamin B12 plays its crucial role. Think of your intestines as a long tunnel with lights along the way. Magnesium can relax the tunnel and make it easier to move through. But without electricity powering those lights, the signals get lost and movement slows down. Vitamin B12 is that electricity. It powers the nerves that tell your intestines when to contract, when to relax, and how to coordinate everything in perfect rhythm. Without enough B12, those signals get interrupted, and your intestines struggle to do their job. That's why so many people who are low in B12 experience not only constipation, but also tingling in their hands and feet, fatigue, brain fog, and even mood changes. The gut is deeply connected to the brain through the nervous system, and when B12 is missing, the whole system suffers. But when you take B12 at night, you're giving your nervous system the fuel it needs to repair itself while you sleep, strengthening those signals so that when you wake up, your intestines are ready to work properly. Now, I know some of you might be wondering, how long does it take to notice results? The answer depends on your body. Some people feel a difference the very next morning, especially if their body was extremely low in magnesium or B12. They describe waking up with an almost surprising sense of ease, like their body suddenly remembered what it was supposed to do. For others, it can take a few nights of consistency before things truly shift. The important thing is not to give up after just one night. Think of this as retraining your body, restoring a rhythm that might have been lost for months or even years. Every night you give your body these vitamins, you are bringing it closer to balance, closer to healing, and closer to the natural relief you have been craving. And here's something else that's really powerful: the emotional relief that comes with finally finding a natural solution. If you've ever depended on laxatives, you know that they can create a roller coaster. One day they work, the next day they don't. And even when they do, they often leave you running to the bathroom at the worst possible moment, with cramping and urgency that feels anything but natural. That kind of unpredictability builds anxiety because you never know what tomorrow will bring. But when you take magnesium and B12 at night, you're not forcing your body into an unnatural state. You're nourishing it, supporting it, and letting it do its job at its own pace. That means no rushing, no panic, no fear of when the urge will come. Just gentle, reliable relief that happens while you rest. And if you're still skeptical, I want you to think about the bigger picture. Constipation is not just about being uncomfortable. It is about toxins building up in your body, waste sitting in your intestines for too long, and harmful bacteria having more time to grow. Over time, this can affect not just your digestion, but your skin, your mood, your immune system, and even your heart health. Your gut is at the center of your entire well-being, and when it's not working, everything else feels off. But when you finally restore balance with something as simple as magnesium and B12, you're not just fixing constipation, you're supporting your whole body. You're helping your immune system stay strong, your brain stay sharp, your energy stay steady, and your mood stay lifted. That's why so many people who start this nightly ritual say that it doesn't just change their mornings, it changes their lives. And now, I want to invite you into the conversation, because your story matters. Have you ever tried using vitamins instead of laxatives for constipation? Have you ever noticed a difference in how your body feels when you give it magnesium or B12? I would love to hear from you, because your experience can inspire someone else who is struggling in silence. Drop a comment below and share your story. And if you don't know what to say, here's a little sentence you can copy and paste to join the conversation. I'm ready to try magnesium and B12 at night to see if it helps my constipation. Simple, honest, and maybe the exact encouragement that someone else needs to read tonight. Because here's the truth, you are not alone in this. So many people live with the hidden frustration of constipation, and they feel embarrassed to talk about it. But the more we share, the more we support each other, the less shame we carry, and the more solutions we can find together. So please, take a moment to leave your comment, because it really can make a difference for you and for someone else who is searching for hope. And as we move into the final part of this journey, I'm going to show you how to bring everything together, how to make this nightly habit something simple and sustainable, and how to truly embrace the freedom that comes when your body finally works the way it's supposed to. This last part is about creating lasting change so that constipation no longer controls your life and you can step into every new day with comfort, confidence, and peace of mind. Now that you understand how magnesium and vitamin B12 can work together to create such a powerful change in your digestion, let's take a step back and imagine what this could mean for your life in the bigger picture. Constipation is not just a problem that shows up in the bathroom. It is something that spills into every area of your day, affecting the way you feel when you wake up, the way you carry yourself when you walk, and even the way you interact with people you love. When your body feels heavy, when your belly is bloated and tight, it is almost impossible to feel lighthearted, present, and joyful. The discomfort takes away your focus, and it can quietly eat away at your energy, leaving you drained and frustrated before the day has even begun. But when your body is free, when your intestines have released naturally, and you wake up lighter and calmer, it changes everything. You stand taller, you breathe deeper, you smile more easily, and you begin to feel like yourself again. That is the real gift of restoring balance with magnesium and B12. For so many people, constipation becomes a cycle of disappointment. They try fiber supplements, teas, and laxatives. Some things seem to work for a little while, but then the problem comes back, often worse than before. Laxatives especially can create a dangerous dependency. The more you use them, the more your body forgets how to move on its own. And before you know it, you feel trapped in a routine where you cannot go without them. This is not freedom. This is not healing. This is a temporary fix that leaves you weaker in the long run. But when you discover the gentle support of magnesium and B12, you're no longer forcing your body into action. You're teaching it, supporting it, and giving it what it truly needs to function naturally again. It's like reminding your body of its own wisdom, a wisdom that was always there but had been buried under stress, poor diet, and years of imbalance. And it is not only about what happens inside your intestine. Both magnesium and B12 ripple out into every corner of your health. Magnesium calms your muscles and helps you sleep more deeply, which means you wake up more rested and more able to handle the stresses of your day. B12 boosts your energy, clears your mind, and strengthens your nervous system, which means you move through the day with sharper focus and more confidence. Together, they create a foundation not just for regular digestion, but for a life that feels balanced and strong. It is incredible how something as small as a nightly habit can create such wide-reaching transformation. But the truth is, the body is interconnected. When one system is restored, others begin to heal as well. I want you to take a moment and imagine your life a few weeks from now if you start this habit tonight. Imagine going to bed knowing that your body has what it needs to work while you sleep, instead of lying there with anxiety about how you will feel in the morning. Imagine waking up, stretching, and feeling your belly light, your mind clear, and your energy steady. Imagine eating breakfast without fear of discomfort, walking through your day without the burden of bloating, and going to bed each night with calm assurance that tomorrow will be the same. This is not a dream. This is the reality that magnesium and B12 can create when you use them consistently, with patience, and with trust in your body's ability to heal. And I know what you might be thinking. Why hasn't anyone told me this before? Why isn't this common knowledge? The truth is that the health world is often filled with quick fixes and expensive solutions that promise the world but leave you disappointed. Natural, simple solutions don't make big headlines, but they are often the most effective. Magnesium and B12 are not new discoveries. They have been studied for decades, they are safe, and they are affordable. But because they are so simple, they are often overlooked. My mission here is to bring that knowledge back into your hands, to show you that healing doesn't always have to come from something complicated. Sometimes it comes from giving your body exactly what it has been missing all. And I want to remind you that healing is a journey, not a one-night miracle. Yes, you may feel results quickly, but the real transformation comes with consistency. When you make magnesium and B12 part of your nightly routine, you are building a new rhythm for your body. You are training your gut, strengthening your nerves, and calming your muscles night after night. Over time, your body begins to remember how to move naturally without struggle, and constipation becomes less of a battle and more of a memory. That is the long-term vision, and that is what I want for you. So tonight, when you prepare to go to bed, I invite you to do something simple but powerful. Set aside your worries, set aside the frustration that constipation has caused you, and take a deep breath. Then, give your body the gift of these 2 vitamins. Take your magnesium, take your B12, and let go of the fear. Trust that your body knows what to do once it has the right support. Sleep peacefully and wake up ready to step into a lighter, freer version of yourself. And when you begin to feel the difference, let that be the reminder that your body is not broken. It never was. It was simply waiting for you to give it what it needed to thrive. And now, as we close this journey together, I want to speak directly from my heart. If you are here, listening to this, it means that you care about your health, you care about your body, and you care about finding a natural path to healing. That is something to be proud of. You are taking steps that many people never take, and that makes you strong, even in the moments when you feel weak. And I want you to know that you don't have to walk this path alone. This space, this channel, exists to support you, to guide you, and to remind you that solutions do exist, even when everything feels hopeless. So if you found this helpful, if you felt comfort in these, I want to invite you to subscribe, because by subscribing, you are not just clicking a button. You are joining a community that cares about your health, that shares real solutions, and that believes in empowering you with knowledge that can truly change your life. When you subscribe, you make sure that you never miss the next tip, the next story, the next piece of hope that could be the breakthrough you've been searching for. And you also tell yourself something powerful, that your health matters, that your comfort matters, and that your healing is worth the effort. So please, hit that subscribe button, and let's keep walking this path together. Because constipation does not define you, and it does not have to control your life. With the right tools, the right knowledge, and the right support, you can reclaim your freedom, your comfort, and your joy. And I promise you, there is so much more waiting for you on the other side of this struggle. So take that step, subscribe, and let's keep moving forward together, one night, one habit, and one victory at a time.